Okay, so I'm back with the cat again, and I am still working on the skin color. So now that the base and everything is done, I am just going back with darker pinks, and I think I use a little bit of a beige, and I am just layering those in, creating areas of depth. And I'm like building up the color, so I'm going from my lightest dark color to the darkest dark color, just so that I get good coverage and a nice smooth transition between the colors. And you really have to pay attention to your reference photo because you want to make sure you're putting your shadows in the right place. Otherwise, you're going to make whatever you're drawing not look like it's supposed to. I think I'm going in with a gray over on that ear and adding in some of the shadows that are deeper inside of it. Adding in even darker pinks to help with the transition there. And I'm doing the same thing over on this side with the gray. And I'm actually using a fairly light gray. I used, I think, 3 different grays and then a black, and I'm using the lightest of the 3. So I ended up doing a lot of work off camera on this, but I basically went through on like the body with what I did with like layering the pinks and a little bit of the gray in, and I started doing that across the body, just using the same colors that I used in the ear, and now I'm just kind of going back through with the gray and starting to mark out more places that have a deeper shadow. In all reality, this picture didn't take me very long. It took me probably 2.5 weeks to do. So it was a nice, quick little project. There's the darker gray I was using. So now that I got the lighter gray kind of in there just a little bit, I went back through with that darker gray, just very lightly at first to start adding in more depth. Now I am just blending out everything that I just did. The blending definitely makes it look smoother than what it was before. It makes a world of difference, that's for sure. And then I ended up doing a little more work off camera. So I inserted a picture here to show you where I was at with that. And then after I took that picture, I actually went through with dark flesh over the whole cat because she was looking very beigey and not pink enough. So then I went over it with the dark flesh color and blended that in, and it gave her a really nice pink hue to her skin. And now I am just going back to the ears and I'm refining the darker places and really starting to fine-tune the insides of the ears there. And I just kind of go back and forth between the grays and the flesh tones. Then I inserted another picture here. So this is how far I am on it now, and you can tell it looks a little more pink.